What is up, homies? Christian back at it again on the Twin Sons action figure close-up. And today we're rounding out this little Rebel series that I've been doing here with the Hasbro 6-inch black series, Hera Syndulla. I'm just going to be up front with you guys right from the beginning. She has a little pistol as her accessory. I'm pretty good about not losing accessories, so you know as I say that, that means that accessory got lost. I have not had that accessory for probably about a year now. Maybe a little less, 9 months to a year. I haven't had that accessory now, so I'm just gonna put that out there right away. So today we're just gonna be going over the figure. So Hera, the best character in Rebels. There I set up. Looks pretty good here. So this is obviously like all my other ones. I've had the older paint app face, but honestly, the paint application is really good, as you guys can see. It's really spot on. We even put a little green in her eyes behind the pupil and stuff. You know, the eye, it's not really eyeliner because she doesn't wear it, but it's the paint that, you know, brings out the eye around the edge here. Really well done. Really solid and crisp. Goggles on her head look really nice. They do not move, so you can't have her ever wearing them, but you know, I don't ever remember her even wearing them in the show anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. The Leku, nicely detailed here. I like the designs. Yeah, obviously it's in Rebels, but they did a really good job on it. I like the design, I like the way it looks. It's a really crisp paint application on all this figure. The costume, let me zoom us out here, looks really good. They did a really good job here. You know, as you can see here, fabric always well done by Hasbro. They know how to do that well. It's like a leather armor almost that she wears. I feel like it's not really fabric. It's always seemed a little bit thicker because I mean she has like shoulder pauldrons for and stuff, and you wouldn't really do that with just cloth. Really well done. They sculpted in some line work there, as you can see. The back has some nice wrinkling to it. Also has almost like where the inside tag would be. A little sculpted out there. Shoulders also have some wrinkles to them. Looks very leathery. I like the way it looks. You can see the wrinkles up there in the front that's sculpted in. Her flight suit, like her half flight suit, looks really good. Really nicely wrinkled and stuff. These are loose, so they don't hinder articulation in any way. Always like to see that. You know, something I never really noticed before was the studs on her gauntlets right around her wrists. It's a very small detail. It's really nice that Hasbro put that in there. Looks really good. See here the studs there on the orange jumpsuit look really good. I was always confused because it always kind of looks like she's wearing like the top half down and stuff, but I feel like there'd be the fabric bunched up somewhere from the top half. Her boots, really nicely done. Some nice wrinkling on the leather. There's the holster for the pistol. If I wasn't a two-head and lost it, I would put it right there. Nice studs on the boot shoes, like the actual shoe part of the boots. It's the part that, you know, keeps it tight and wrapped around. They actually put the studs on there, which is really nice. I also sculpted in a knee pad, but the knees are just way too low on this figure. That is my major issue with this figure. In fact, that's my only issue with this figure is that look at all this thigh, knee all the way down here, and then a little tiny calf. It's just not even a calf. It just goes right into the ankle pretty much. It would have been nice if they updated that on the newer figure, but Hasbro's a little lazy and they just completely took the same sculpt and just added the face print. A little bit of resculpting there would have been nice. The knee should have been like literally right above it. That would have been perfect, and then this should have all been thigh. I don't know what is going on here. It's just way too low. It looks pretty unnatural when it's being articulated, even more so than these double knees do already. It's just too low. But they did put little knee pads on her shin knees. That looked pretty good. Really get lost in just the lack of any sort of wash or anything though. A little bit of a depth right there would have been nice to bring it out. Yeah, looks pretty good. Just clean paint applications really all over. The only thing I can't see is that one. It's a little messed up, but I'm really nitpicking to find something here. It's a very clean painted figure. Hasbro really nailed this one. Now, you already know about the really low knees, so let's go over the rest of the articulation, shall we? So for the head, you know, because of these Leku, barely any up. I mean, you get a good amount of up. She could look up to, like, you know, if Kanan's in front of her, she's gonna look up to right there. Little bit of down, barely any down. So you can see, you know, not even maybe Ezra's height, but she's gonna have to really be bent down to be looking at Chopper. Can't do it there. Swivel left, swivel right. The swivel is there. You will get hindered by the Leku, as you can see. So, you know, if you wanted to have like one over, you could do something like that. And no tilt. Like, you can say there's tilt, but it's really just bending the plastic on the inside. So I'm gonna say no tilt. Shoulders, these seem to be made out of that softer plastic material. So, as you can see, it just goes right up and over. Goes all the way around. No bicep swivel at all, but we do get elbow swivel. So you can see that there. And the elbows get up to a little bit past 90. I'll call it 95 degrees. And both of her wrists are the swivel left to right. Don't really know why they didn't give us this one to be up and down, especially since she came with the gun. Other arm, pretty much the same. It's in fact entirely the same. Usually the wrist is the only thing that's different. Mine's a little bit stuck. Oh, hold on. No wonder mine has always been stuck. It's an up and down on the left hand. So you can see here that the trigger finger is on the left hand. The holster is on the right foot though. And I guess I didn't even notice this for the years I've had this figure, that this wrist is up and down. So this is definitely supposed to be the shooting hand, which really confuses to me then as to why the holster is on the right foot, because then she would have to be leaning across her body for that. So, I'm not going to question it. This one does go up and down, ignore me. For the ab crunch, a little bit of ab crunch, not that much. It's really kind of hindered. I feel like it could go more, but this is hindering it right here. But we do get enough ab crunch between that and the head tilt that she could look down at Chopper in front of her, which is really nice. For the lean, don't want to move the hips. A little bit of lean back. Not too much, as you can see, but enough that it gets the point across if you're trying to do some photography with it. It does swivel left and swivel right. A little bit of tilt too, which is nice to see on an older figure like this. For her hips, let's actually leave these up. Hips come out pretty far, almost 90 degrees. This is the furthest we've seen on a Black Series in a while, I feel like. So that's always nice to see. There is that standard Hasbro thigh swivel, so you can swivel it. And again, these will not hinder it at all. So even when you swivel the thigh this way, it's not getting in the way, and you can get into some wacky positions. So it's nice how that does not hinder articulation at all. Double jointed knees, it's old, big, ugly knees from Hasbro, or her shin knees as you like to call it. I'd like to call it that, so you should like it too. Pretty low, but gets the job done. She does have a knee, which is nice. Better than having no knees. I'd rather take low knees to no knees. The standard beautiful Hasbro swiveling, rocking ankle. The gold standard of ankle articulation. Pretty much all 6-inch figures. Everyone should adopt this. Never gonna let you down. So, this is the part where I'd go over the accessories, but as I just said before, I don't have them. Don't be a two-head like me and lose tiny pistols. It was really tiny. I mean, you can just see how tiny that holster is. But if you get Hera, or you already have Hera, don't lose the pistol. Unless you already have lost it, in which case, let me know if you did lose that pistol like me. So this old Hera, if you guys have it, I don't think there's any reason to upgrade. I've seen the face printing on the new ones, and honestly, this paint application is pretty crisp. It looks really good. Don't think it really needs to be upgraded. If you don't have this one, then obviously get the best character from Rebels. You have to. Even if you don't like Rebels, get it anyway. And obviously, if you do like Rebels and you don't have this, what you're going to need is to complete your lineup. So, other than the knees being a bit too low, a really solid figure from Hasbro. I'm really glad we got her and we got all the Rebels. Hope you guys like this sort of Rebels mini-series I've done over the last few weeks. I know I didn't do Zeb right now, but I did Zeb a few months back, so just scroll back, you'll see the Zeb review. Don't worry, I did not forget him if you're new to this. But let me know if you guys have the Rebels crew. If you do, you should take them all together and do a nice shot with them and tag us on Instagram, Twin Suns Outpost. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see all your posing and stuff you guys do. So let me know what you guys like to see next. I could go back in the archives. I don't have many of the newer figures yet, but I'm working to get those. So if there's anything from the archives that you guys like to see, let me know. And if I have it, I'll definitely review it. Until next time, may the Force be with you.